Hello and welcome to the Wait, can you help me out with the pronunciation, Mo? Just do it once to me and then I'll go.
Chongqing.
Chongqing, that's it, Chongqing. Welcome to the Chongqing Major. My name is Nomad, and I'm here with Mofarah Dota. Well, it's not the actual major, it is the qualifiers. We have TSpirit versus NoPangolier in this group stage game in the CIS Qualifiers. And we're well into this draft already. Now, some of you who aren't familiar with NoPangolier might be asking yourselves, why on earth are TSpirit banning out techies? Well, Mofarah, please explain why TSpirit are banning out techies.
Because CIS might be the best techies player going at the moment.
Agreed.
He played some fantastic techies games in the recent Megafarming qualifiers for the Winter Clash, and it ended up getting banned out every game against him, towards the end of the competition. So,
when Navi bans out techies against you in 5 games, you're good at the hero.
True, very true.
That's that's a benchmark.
We've cast a lot of NoPango games recently. The lower bracket final, then the final. We did 8 games of them yesterday, and I don't think they picked Axe Phoenix once as their opener. So
no, they didn't.
It's something different from them.
I like it as well. Good teams strive success, and they're going to view Megaphon, even though they got to the grand finals, which some people wouldn't have thought they would have. The fact that they still then go, all right, we need to change things up. We didn't beat Navi. We need to change things up. We need to keep working on our strategy. I love that. That just shows a real drive for success. And I'm excited to see them play against TSpirit in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. TSpirit didn't have a great time in the qualifiers themselves. They actually went out in the first round of the lower bracket. They lost to Ninjas in Pajamas, and they lost to Vega in the lower bracket. So, not 2 teams that are still of a good quality, but TSpirit would have been disappointed with their performance there. They've had a few days to learn the patch, though, so let's see what they can bring out this time instead. Definitely.
With they've had a lot of time to watch games scrim and try and get their head around things and really come back fighting. So let's see what they can pull out in this series. I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be good. TSpirit, historically the more successful team, but in recent days, NoPangolier have been doing pretty damn well. And look at that instant PA pick, my word. Instantly going in with the Phantom Assassin in response to the Juggernaut there.
Yeah, this Grimstroke Brewmaster lane's the one that I'm looking at the moment, though. That looks really scary. And we've seen the Juggernaut as an answer to this Grimstroke a lot of the time, though. You have that spin available if you're ever in trouble of getting killed off by the Inkswell.
Right.
Just spin away. You're not really in any kill threat at all, so I don't mind it too much. And they have the Dazzle to deal with the Axe that's probably going to be going in the offlane. So get that Poison Touch going, harass him away from the creeps so he can't creep skip. Pretty nice hero.
Yeah, for sure. Now, we did just have a patch yesterday. Of the heroes in this game, I believe it's Elder Titan and Brewmaster who are the most affected by it. Brewmaster, of course, getting a complete rework again to that spell Cinder Brew, which now... Oh god, I don't even know what it does something every time you get 80 magic damage done to you.
Correct. Relights the Cinder Brew flames or whatever it is. I don't know.
Relight my fire.
Oh, don't do this.
Okay,
please.
we're on BTS 3. I'm allowed to sing. BTS 1 and 2, no singing allowed. Get banned. But here, it's no man's world. This world.
This is the back alleys of the Dota 2 world.
Yeah, the back alleys of the Dota 2 casting community. Anything goes. Street rules. At the end of the cast, I'm going to stab you and take all the money for myself.
Okay, so TSpirit going to have the next pick overall. I think they kind of want some kind of tempo controller with their get draft. Some kind of burst damage would be nice as well. So guess what hero I would have suggested that ends up getting banned last every single game at the moment, it feels like.
It's Lina.
It is the Lina.
It's always the Lina.
DK is another one that we saw picked up a lot recently between some of the CIS teams. So I wonder if that comes through again. Having that, they don't really have any lockdown either on TSpirit. It feels like they're lacking that initiation. So DK might make up for that a little bit. In terms of NoPango, I imagine it's probably going to be the Axe 3, the Phoenix 5, the ET is the 4 would be my guess. But it could be the Axe Phoenix and ET could play anything from 3 to 5. Yeah, there's the DK.
Right, there's the DK. Good job, Mofarah. Nailed that prediction. Congratulations.
Go Timbersaw. Go.
Timbersaw. That actually seems like a pretty good pick.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They don't really have any burst damage. It'd be a good one.
Yeah, Timbersaw seems good. Maybe Lashrak. Oh, Razor?
Oh,
What's this
God.
hero?
What lane is... Which patch are we in? We're doing the Razor versus DK mid lane.
Good lord. I didn't realize that Sailor was a... Slayer, sorry, was a Necromancer, because he's just brought this hero back from the dead.
Yeah, this is interesting. I haven't seen this hero in a while, but ever since the rework on the hero and the 7.20 patch, people have been talking about it as being a pretty good hero, and it's still a very good lane dominator with that static link. I've been seeing people go for the 1-2-4 build as well, so they can farm quickly with the passive, but I think it depends how you want to play the hero. If you want to up the tempo of the game, which I imagine you probably will, probably see more points in that plasma field, trying to run around getting kills and towers as much as you can.
Yeah, so the rework to his passive, sorry, just run through that quickly. It's now an AoE damage rather than just doing damage to one hero. It will do damage to all heroes or players or units or anything within the AoE, Roshans, whatever. So it's definitely a strong spell now. Much better than it was before, I would say. Does it still have the slow component?
The slow component's actually moved over to the plasma field now.
Wow.
So you can get up to a 25% slow with 1 point in plasma field, which in my mind seems pretty bonkers, I'll be honest. But it just means you have to kind of... It depends how you want to play the Razor now, depending on where you put your skill points. If you want to go more farm heavy, you'll put more points in your passive. If you want to play more ganking heavy, more tempo heavy, you put more points in your plasma field and your links. So we'll have to see what Sailor goes for here.
Alright, it'll be interesting to watch, especially, we don't see many Razors these days, and he's going to be laning up versus the Dragon Knight, which is historically a pretty good lane for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. DK does not have a good time in this matchup. He can farm with Breathe Fire whenever the link comes off, but when that link is up, the Razor should be dominating the CS still.
And that's one thing we've seen time and time again from NoPangolier recently, is that they're not afraid to pick different heroes, and if they see a hero as being good, they will take it. And I think that is just an immeasurably strong trait to have, just being able to play anything, to put down any hero and be confident with it. I really like to see them do this, so that's why they've been, getting a little bit of a purchase in my heart recently. But TSpirit as well, they've been around for a long time, and super strong team. I love watching Skitter play on these carries. He's such a good carry player. And of course, FNG on the 5. Pretty strong, pretty good players on the side of TSpirit. So, yeah, I think it's kind of maybe strategy versus skill a little bit here, would you say?
Yeah, I would think so. I don't. In general, I really like this NoPango draft. I think it's looking super good. They have the axe to deal with the PA in the late game, so they always kind of have an answer to it if he can get that call off. I'm thinking good things about this NoPango draft, and considering how they played in the recent qualifiers as well.
Yep, Zayat's on the other Titan as well. It's horrifying. Oh, yeah. He's really good in this hero, and with the changes as well, a good hero on this other Titan. I mean, yeah, FNG just gets chunked. And Skitter chases Zayat a little bit here, but you don't really want to be... I mean, he didn't actually recast the Astral Spirit. He only got 2 heroes in it, but still. Didn't fancy recasting, which is interesting. Now Ghostic. They'll play around with Skitter and FNG. But,
FNG has to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, Zayat's coming in again, looking for his opportunities to come in for a first blood. Not quite happening. This is quite the beatdown here at bottom. Meanwhile, up at top, everybody's being a lot more civil. Well, I say that actually.
Poison touches up again.
Naive getting into it. It's going to be FNG securing this rune. And Biver actually has come in on this one. Yeah, the Ghostic, they'll stun him up with that Inkswell. Full duration Inkswell as well. He'll put down the Hunger, but the poison, it's out onto him. One more right click. I think that will be enough to tick him away. He doesn't have any way of healing through this. And he's actually going to live. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, poison touch at level 1 doesn't do a huge amount of damage, so Max managed to just about heal through that one.
Ooh, playing to the line. If you're the Dazzle there, you're just pinging out, go, where's my kill? Damn it.
Oh, Slayer's having to TP his way top as well, but Inks will come in. That was making
it out.
That was very close. And imagine if he died there as well and he didn't have a TP to get back to lane. That would have been horrendous.
Yeah, high-risk players indeed. Meanwhile in the mid lane, let's see, Sailor undoubtedly just cancelling this static link over and over again. Luckily, 9 won the block, which means that it puts him in a fairly decent position to just play defensively, sit near his tower. Sailor can't really run him down or anything, so this is good for the DK, but obviously it's not going to stay this way forever, especially with creeps under his tower pushing out.
Yeah, one thing you'll notice about this DK Razor matchup is look what the DK's queued up first. He's got these boots queued up first. One of the biggest things of this matchup You need to be able to have the movement speed advantage here. So look towards Razor doing the same as well.
Yeah, he's actually gone for a Wraith Band, which is coming out to him now, so we'll see if this hurts him in this laning phase. I mean, obviously, you want the movement speed so you can keep up with the static link. I just want to see Unstable Current going to business here.
It's
This is
interesting that he's
super
taking it,
annoying. Yeah, I mean, it's going to mess with your lane equilibrium like crazy, right?
Yeah, definitely. But if he feels like he can just push the lane in, go back to jungle and farm maybe as well, then
Zayat's
he'd
taking
be
a
okay.
bit of damage down here at bottom as he comes in for some more harass. So far, I'm quite impressed that that Skidder and FNG have managed to keep this lane so well controlled. Of course, once they get a couple of stacks going, but they've actually blocked. No, they haven't blocked the camp. Okay, I think they dewarded this camp here, but it actually ends up blocking it. Or was that Dazzle?
No, I think it must have been the Dazzle body blocking it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The ward doesn't block the camp.
Yeah, I'm totally sure.
Oh, that heal bomb on Ghostic in the bot lane.
Yeah, that's fairly potent. And Ghostic having to run away. Skidder giving chase though, trying to get in close. Sleep comes out onto the Dazzle. Daggers refreshing that poison touch, so obnoxious. But they will be able to get away on the side of NoPangolier. But,
Yeah, this is the new TB Dazzle lane where it would get constantly the poison touch constantly applied by the reflection. It's now the PA with the daggers instead. That's the new meme. This Razor though in the mid lane is dominating. He's it has to be expected, but DK's really struggling.
Yeah, I noticed 9 kind of sitting in mid lane with no damage, being like, well, I'm just accepting a stomp. Comes out. It's fairly good, but there's no call from Ghostic, so all he can do is just wait for this Battle Hunger cooldown. Not going to come, though. Meanwhile, Skidder chasing away Zayats as well. Nobody really going to go down here, just throwing down the Battle Hungers onto the Dazzle. Dazzle trying to get a bit of denying in. Oh, can we get it? No, Ghostic's just denying everything. No, you will take this damage, and you will enjoy it.
Yeah, this actually is getting to the point now with the level 2 spin where he really starts to hurt. He's going for the creep skip. I'm not sure about this.
He gets the courier. That's what he was after.
No way.
Thank you, Spin. Meanwhile, in the top lane, though, they do find a kill. Bivol will die for this one, but they found it. I was watching bottom because Zayat's actually picked up on double damage. I thought he was going to come in for something, but he actually dies. Meanwhile, Ghostic falls. Zayat's suicides under tower. And, yeah, both these heroes dying in the bottom lane, but one deliberately and one maybe not so. But he got the courier, though.
Yeah, true. Definitely worth. I mean, Ghostic, I don't think Ghostic can make that play while his Elder Titan's not with him. Zayats goes to suicide under the tier 2 tower, and Ghostic's like, yeah, I don't really care about this Dazzle. Easy peasy. And then he just... Poison Touch comes out. This is the biggest counter to Axe spinning and killing the creep wave off behind the tower, I think, at the moment. Poison Touch is so annoying. So this race is 29 and 17, and the DK is 9 and 0.
That's not a very good scoreline for the DK.
That's 1/10 pick Razor pick, yeah. Pretty strong. Oh, bot lane as well, the spin with the call coming out.
Yep, Skidder in a lot of trouble here. 22 HP. Manages to jump to the Dazzle, but the Battle Hunger and the Astral Spirit. Okay, they still have plenty of spells. Yeah, they're chasing him down. Zayat, one more hit, and there he goes with that 117 damage on Zayat's there. Easily able to squash a little Dazzle. Little pink guy didn't stand a chance.
Easy peasy. How many? Let's do a Wraith Band, or no Talisman or a Bracer count. So PAS2. DK has a Bracer.
Look, not sitting on a solid 0. Oh, there we go.
What?
Now he just quick buys up 2 the moment I say that.
Oh, thank God.
Gotta get them in. Sailor sitting on 2 in the mid lane on the Razor.
Oh.
9 walks into lane, gets zapped by the passive, and never mind.
Oh, cool bot as well.
Yep, Ghostic though. He's dropping really low. I think he's just trying to make some space here, but the right clicks come in, and Dazzle finishes that one off as FNG picks up that kill with his meaty 61 right click damage.
At mid lane as well, they've got this Eye of the Storm coming out, as well as the static link. So 9 has to TP away.
Let's just about manage to make it out. It's very hard for Razor to secure kills by himself, but these face boots really will help out a lot. Although, it's kind of surprising he goes for the face boots on a ranged hero. Not used to seeing that. Meanwhile, the sleep comes out onto FNG. FNG, he wants his arcane rune, so Zayat's obviously not going to let him have that. And, yeah, the 2 damagey heroes are coming in. Boop. And FNG disappears again as the Titan says no. That's a great voice line from the Elder Titan, actually.
I'm really interested to see whether Razor max out this link now. I feel like you don't need to. Yeah, he goes back for the points in the plasma field now. I was
Top
going to say,
lane, they're jumping forwards on the Phoenix onto Biver here. Biver going for the TP out, will just about be successful. And he did go to base as well. I was worried he went to the tower there and would just burn up under the tower, but thankfully he had his wits about
bot
him.
lane as well. The diving skitter.
They're holding off on the call for now. They want to get the Battle Hunger out. So efficient. And that might just have secured them the kill. Astral Spirit comes through and the Battle Hunger takes him out. Meanwhile, Ghostic running away. FNG's just like, I want this kill. I want the revenge. The Poison Touch keeps getting refreshed. FNG into the trees. The Dazzle is hunting the Axe. What world are we in? What timeline is this? And Ghostic is actually going to get away. FNG unable to find that kill, even putting down the Observer to try and see the Axe. But Ghostic is gonzo. And FNG stands here befuddled and not entirely happy with how that went down.
Yeah, the Observer was kind of put down for that as well, but it's also, you know, if you put these wards down when you're fighting, the other team are much less likely to be able to spot you doing it, so not quite as easy to de-ward. Especially when you're running through the trees and you put it down.
Well, Sailor's taken short work of this middle tower. Not sure it's quite time to throw it over to net worth, but if you look at net worth, Sailor is ridiculously far ahead with 4.4k, the next being 2.2 as they go into the bottom lane. Yep, Zayat's in trouble, gets the stomp off before he dies, but will die all the same. Diva picks up that kill, but now Sailor's coming in as well, and you know who he's looking for. He wants Skidder or FNG, and even the Courier dropping pretty low here as well. But meanwhile, Naive chasing down Biver here. Biver onto the high ground, but the spin still connects. Naive gets that kill onto the Grimstroke.
Razor's going to get an Invis rune here as well. DK's going to have to be a little bit wary here in this mid lane. He does have a TP. Oh, he doesn't have a TP on the DK.
They had the vision of this. They should have seen it, but I don't think they have.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and he actually turns back around and gets slept as well. I think this is a big old uh-oh indeed. Yeah, the stun comes out. Is that going to be enough though? This Razor is super fast, and now with the plasma field slowing, and now come the phase boots. Here they go. Into the trees. The stomp, though, it's not going to be on the mark, and 9 will get away. All right, he knew. He knew.
Really good quelling blade by him there, just to cut through the side quickly instead of going all the way around to where, you know, the stomp would have hit it.
Absolutely. And, I mean, yeah, just really knowing the limits of its hero with that, with the Dragon Tail. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Naive sticks around a little bit too long and actually gets picked off by TSpirit.
They're really putting the hurt into this Juggernaut at the moment. They're not having a great time.
It's not, is he? We will throw it over to net worth now and see that the Razor is ridiculously far ahead of everybody else and going for these drums. So really wants to be this game dominator. And this should make plenty of space for the Jug. I mean, have you ever seen a more space-creating lineup? An Axe and a Razor as your two cores?
Yeah, that's true.
These two just want to go fight.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be able to catch a position. He's got the double Wraith Band.
Now, they're trying to kill Hestejo here in the top lane before he has that split up, and the cull actually misses from Ghost Stick, which means Hestejo might actually escape this one, but Sailor's coming forwards here, and FNG just gets torn apart. Skidder jumps in on this one. Not sure that's what you want to do, my friend. Plasma Field. Gonna slow Skidder down and give him a bit of side, but he actually hit 6 on the Brew. I think he just had a book coming out to him, but Skidder can't be saved. He's already down. However, Sailor is the one who could be in trouble. There is no... Oh, there is a rock just about available from the Brewlings, and that'll be the Razor dead, and also the Axe in the tree line trying to get away, but no escape as TSpirit pick up 2 big kills in this top lane. Well, we're talking about the 2 cores which want to fight all the time, but not like that.
Yeah, something I just want to talk about as well is how Grimstrokes has been leveling. A lot of people when this hero first came out loved to max the Stroke of Fate just for the nuke damage. People are playing this hero as more of like a utility hero. So they're maxing out the Phantom's Embrace first, or at least putting 3 points in it, just so it takes 3 hits to kill instead of 2. And then you go back to maxing out the Stroke of Fate afterwards.
9 just pops out Dragon Form and chases off Ghost Stick.
CIS is chasing FNG mid. Look at this.
He really is.
Staple gun power.
Yep, taking the chunks out. As Phoenix comes riding through as well, and FNG's got no grave. He's going to go down. Zaya's trying to go for the TP out. It's going to be close. It's not going to be close. Sujo takes that kill.
Phoenix as well.
They go out onto Slayer. Slayer's just going to pop that Sun just inside the Roche pit. And Skier doesn't know what to do with himself, so he will back out and not get stunned up. Take that, Roshan.
I love that cosmetic on the Supernova as well. Looks so good.
Yeah, it's quite pretty.
I don't normally talk about cosmetics, but you know, I'm just in love with the Phoenix. Yeah.
Well, Naive actually
Naive-
takes this bottom lane, which is fairly you know. He's you were talking about what a rough game he's had, but he just goes and takes the tower, takes dominance over the bottom side of the map, and it's all his. There are no other heroes here right now.
Jug's one of those heroes where you give him 2 minutes of space and he catches up very quickly with his low base attack time. With the crit available.
Yeah, really nice. Meanwhile, DK went for a catch-up Midas, which is interesting.
Oh, God.
But look at his net worth. He's already pretty close to the Razor.
Yeah, that's good, but if he gets away with it, then it's a great choice. But I just feel like NoPango, when this, Ghostic gets his blink on this axe, you really want your blink on the DK as well to be able to match the tempo of the game. And if he can get it in time, then it might be okay. But it is, pretty risky.
Well, he's got the Maelstrom queued up for now.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that. I feel like you need the blink initiation on heroes like this Jug before he spins away.
Headshot being chased. He's going to use that split and turn things around, throw down the rock onto Sailor here. Of course, Sailor, his side link still connecting, so he's got loads of damage to work with, but he still has to be careful. Sides out onto Phoenix as well. Going to stop that Icarus dive, and looks like Slayer is going to go down on the low ground. Yep, so line onto 2. The rock does not work on both. Excuse me? You see that?
No.
The rock came out from the Bruling and only hit 1.
Right, Valve.
Valve.
Sort it out.
Never ever picking Grimstroke again. The hero is buggy and doesn't work. Maybe the rock hit
looking up for top here
one
for Ghostic.
person. Yeah. Ghostic gonna have to kill this this spirit. Though the stomp comes out, that's gonna buy him a bit more time. Though the balance does come out. He actually turns around and calls up Biver, and with the egg coming through as well, that's gonna get them an easy kill. Now looking for 9 as well. The Phantom's Embrace though still onto this act. Gets to get rid of it and actually takes off and kills him. Now 9 trying to go for the TP. The stomp comes through. DK tries to get himself back. He stuns up, but there's just too many heroes here chasing him down. The DK flying away. He might be tanky, but I mean, Plasma Field finally. He will burn away to Slayer. Who are they chasing? It's Naive, luckily making it to the tree lines here, and he's got that ward to heal himself right the way back up again.
He's okay. Looked a little bit risky at that time with the new Drunken Brawler crits coming through. Seems like a pretty strong skill at the moment. We've seen a lot of CIS teams first picking this hero. Seems very strong.
13 minutes, 11 and 11. 2k gold advantage to NoPangolier though, thanks to that decent laning phase, especially looking at this mid. Though the DK has caught up rather dramatically, and it's actually the PA who is down in the dumpsters right now. Currently sitting on about 6 on net worth. Not where you want to be as a Phantom Assassin, let me tell you.
I mean, I imagine Hester Joe's going to be going Blink next though on this Brewmaster. And when he gets that, the tempo of the game for Spirit should be a little bit better, especially when he has that ult up.
Meanwhile, NoPangolier do a bit of invading and find themselves Biver on the Grimstroke. Nice little pick off for them. Every time you kill the Grimstroke, it's really nice as well, because you're just delaying his level 10, where he gets that 90 gold per minute talent, which, the longer you can delay that, the better for your team, really. 3 wards is not nice.
Same as the Phoenix as well.
Not even the 5, actually, so it'll be like a free big item, probably.
Mm-hmm. Still yet to see this Blink Axe coming through. He's fallen behind a little bit after the laning stage. Looking to stack some ancient camps here. He's got the Vanguard, so he will be able to take it.
FNG being bullied once again. Still no points in that shallow grave. I don't think it would make a difference anyway. There's no heroes coming in, so that'll take the fall.
Yep, top lane as well. Naive has to be a little bit careful here. He's actually just used his spin, so yeah, he sees this Grimstroke coming through, so TP's out.
Split second TP there, but I don't think... Oh, they had the silence. That would have done it.
Biver did get the big creep, though, so that's the power play with the Stroke of Fate.
Asserting dominance.
Yeah.
Take that.
Naive is farming towards this Battle Fury now as well. He's actually about 600 gold away, so expect this Juggernaut to start farming like an absolute monster when he gets that. Oh, I think they just spotted out that ward with the ward of their own. Skitter's going to get that one.
Which ward?
There was a ward just next to the tier 2 Radiant mid. Falls. So they put the sentry in the middle of the trees, and it sees so far around those trees now with the 1000 AoE.
That's kind of insane. Covers a lot of decent warding areas.
These new sentries makes position 5 so much, nicer than before in terms of dewarding.
Sailor. Away. Are they going to go on here? The Razor or the Axe?
Stick.
They're going on to the Axe. Ghost Stick sees him, but there's a Blink Dagger on Hesjo as he jumps forwards with the Ink Swell as well. The Silence out onto Ghost Stick, and Razor's gone. He's not coming in for this one, so Ghost Stick will be left alone to die.
Nice kill. Again, delaying his blink. Still about 200 gold away, so it's going to be a few more, a couple more minutes or so where the Axe is trying to farm that rather than ganking you. Always nice to kill people off before they're big items, but there's the Battle Fury, so NoPango, time to farm up a little bit. Aim towards getting that first roast when your jug has another item.
Yep. Just gonna increase the farming speed, and we talked about space creation. That's why the Axe is farming in these super aggressive areas. That's why the Razor's pushing down bottom. They're just making room, making sure that this jug's having a nice airy time. No people coming around as he stacks these ancients once again, with the help of Slayer as well.
This ET is absolutely toast. Yep. This is a horrible combo where you put the Inkswell on the Brewmaster and he just blinks in.
Yeah, it slows you down as well. It's very potent.
And they're going for Ghost Stick again, and he still doesn't have his blink. If he dies again here, this would be horrendous for him.
He's so close to it, but he does realize he's identifying that they were just here, and also 9 showing in lane helps out a bit. The Ghost Stick gets himself back, but I just wanted to comment on the Dragon Knight's build a little bit here. 9, he went for the Midas, now he's going for the Maelstrom, and this is kind of like insanely farm heavy from him. He's going to be farming very, very quickly this game. Creep waves aren't going to last long in front of this DK with his splash damage and the Maelstrom coming out, so interesting pickup choice. Now going back for that Shadow Blade for the initiation and for, generally playing around the site and such.
I'd still rather see the blink from the DK, but if he wants to stack attack speed with all 3 of these items, then, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a strat, and also they've got the blink on the Brewmaster as well, so I guess they feel like that's their initiation. But,
yeah, true.
I don't like brew initiation personally, because obviously you jump in, you've got all that time for split to come off before people can react. So,
yeah.
I mean, Jug's gonna get a spin on that, easy.
Got the call onto FNG.
Yep.
Yes, the grave up, but you're against the Mac.
He heals himself up instead. The right choice. It's a Phantom's Embrace. And with the Soulbind as well, comes out onto 2, but Sailor actually pops a BKB and just run them down here. Biver. He's taking chunks and chunks. And now the plasma field will slow them down, but the BKB runs out and they'll turn it around onto Sailor here. Sailor could be in trouble. There's no help coming in. Zayat's kind of walking by. The call is out with the Splitter as well. Skidder is the one falling low. Finally, Sailor will fall, but the turnaround are coming quick. Skidder's going to go down. Sailor is dead. And, sorry, Slayer is dead also. Now Ghost Stick, I think he's in trouble though. Zayat's coming in to try and help out here. Hesjo does not have a split, and finally they take down Zayats, and Ghost Stick on fire will die as well, as FNG gets the kill with the Poison Touch, and that's going to be 4 heroes on the side of NoPangolier going down, but, at least they made space for Jug?
Yeah, I guess, but Ghost Stick's having a really rough time on this Axe now. And when you get this big blink reveal, you really want to be getting some kind of momentum going for your side. Otherwise,
did 9 just put Dragon Form to kill a healing ward?
I don't know.
What an alpha! He just flexed on that Juggernaut. I don't care.
He just spins TP's bot to push the wave up.
Right in front of his face as well. This is definitely some macho men, pulling out their biceps on one another. Pop an ulti to kill my ward. Excuse me. I'll just spin in front of your face. What now, kid?
It's the power play competition. FNG's
yeah, he's in the wrong place.
You're in the wrong neighborhood, FNG.
There is support coming in though. Biver's nearby. Naive actually gives
they
up
see
on
this Biver.
Naive is not doing much damage to FNG, but he is doing a lot of damage to Biver. Biver does not last long.
FNG's going to TP away too.
Somehow he survives that, walking up on the Death Rune, which is of course this rune. It's the Death Rune. Up here into 2 people. Dazzle's actually weirdly tanky right now.
He's
how much armor is he? Yeah, he's
so ridiculous still. I was so surprised I didn't get nerfed in the most recent balance patch.
The guy's got 12 armor as well, so yeah, bad juju is a crazy spell. They're actually going to try and land the sleep. They don't quite land it onto Hesjo, and now they're actually jumping into Sailor here, so it needs to be careful as Skidder's running through with this Desolator, doing a lot of physical damage.
I mean, stacking this minus armor is so big now. You have the PA coming through with the Deso, the Dazzle as well, with the Medallion.
Stomp out from Zayats, but there comes the Phantom's Embrace with the Soulbind as well. They're actually going to keep Hestio alive, but the Cull comes down. Of course, Zayats dropping low, trying to back away. The sun is going to cover them. As now they run forwards. Naive spinning to dodge that dagger, trying to get Biver here. He's got the Omni Slash if he wants to use it, but actually gets silenced up by the Phantom's Embrace. Does chop him down with the right click, so Skidder in the sidelines. Going to stay alive. Life is good for NoPangolier.
Yeah, this is what NoPango is so good at as well, and what we saw so much from them before. They get this kill and they always try and find these +1s straight away. They're not happy with just settling for that one kill. And they're very good at just then getting these +1s, trying to turn it into objectives after. Got to be very careful if you're the Radiant side here on TSpirit.
Yep. One thing I'm trying to learn more of recently is kind of understanding what your team's good at versus their team in terms of the heroes you've drafted. And that's something which NoPangolier, very much in the style of VP, are trying to make themselves masters of right now, I feel. They're really pushing hard to understand their timings and understand their heroes and know what they can do and what the enemy team can't do. We've seen some really early high ground pushes which have gone very well for them in the past, and oh no. This is a Roshan, which they've just been gifted a double damage rune.
Oh, God. Oh, they gave it to 9. I thought they'd give it to Skitter. It doesn't really matter. It's still going to go down so quickly with the Deso.
Yeah.
With the armlet. Sorry, not the armlet. The medallion.
That was murderously quick, and actually NoPangolier had identified this and they were on their way over, but they just weren't quick enough. They might go for a fight anyway, though. I wouldn't be surprised. It's
just difficult, though, because Spirit, they're playing around the dire vision, actually. You got to be really careful here. Your Team Spirit, they are just going to push slightly further up, so NoPango don't see them anymore.
Yep, Naive comes to the front. The call, though, lands onto 2. That is a fantastic call onto Hestio and Skidder, but where is the follow-up? The Earth Splitter helps out a bit, but the split actually comes out in time. Meanwhile, the Soulbind comes out onto 2. The Sailor popping that BKB, trying to chase down 9. 9 very low indeed. FNG on the sidelines going to be chased off. 9 actually survives with the TP out. They finish off Ghost Stick on the side of TSpirit as well, so it's actually NoPangolier who have taken the heavy losses here, losing 2 heroes, despite it looking like a fantastic initiation. And now Hestio actually runs in onto Sailor here. The sleep comes in, but now Skidder follows up with that damage, and the Desolator makes short work. And oh no, the Spirit, it gave him away, and now they'll see him. Do they have the interrupt? They do not, so they will be able to TP out on Zayats, but still a pretty terrible fight. The Juggernaut just TP'd out the moment things started going bad. He was like, oh, okay, see you guys.
Phoenix got so greedy there, though. He dived in, used the spirits, and then tried to follow up with a Sunray instead of using the egg straight away. And Skitter on this PA says, all right, you're a 2-armor hero. I'm just going to blink in on top of you. And just one hits him. I think he did 800 damage with the crit, and Slayer just died instantly before he could even get the egg off. So
that's got to be an oof.
You've got to be less greedy here on Slayer. Try and just use the egg as soon as you can.
I mean, the problem lies in the fact that with the new changes to PA, she gets the attack speed whoever she jumps to. She can jump to anybody and then turn around and hit that egg if anybody's close by. And she will bring it down very quickly, even if she's spirited up. So that is something which you have to be very cautious of as this Phoenix. But yeah, I still agree. It's worth getting that egg out all the same.
Before she has this BKB, you have to try and make the most of these fights as much as you can. Axe still doesn't have his Blade Mail, which would have completely changed that fight as well. Especially with the crits coming through from the Brewmaster. So
24 minutes no Blade Mail versus Phantom Assassin. Kind of hurts.
He's the lowest in net worth in terms of the cores at the moment, so when you start to fall behind on Axe, you still have decent kill potential when you get that Blade Mail, but not where he wants to be on Ghost Stick at the moment.
And 9 now the most farmed hero in the game. This Hand of Midas and Maelstrom build doesn't really surprise us, but considering the items he's got, he's not that strong. He is still lacking that initiation. He's gone back for that Blink Dagger, not going for the Shadow Blade. Oh, Hestio. They're going on to Sailor in the tree. Sailor just pops a BKB and TPs himself away. Doesn't want to risk anything here. And that is fine.
I mean, this race is all about early tempo, and his BKB's down to 6-second duration already, and they haven't really, taken a good fight from it yet, it feels like, apart from that one in mid. So, this race is starting to lose its effectiveness here.
Naive dunking down that top tower, though. Feeling like this is going to be kind of a Naive versus the world kind of game, to be honest. Because,
are they going to keep going here? 9 has his ultimate form on the DK.
Yeah, feels like a pretty good time to actually go onto this high ground. I mean, Axe does just pick up his Blade Mail, and
the damage.
Yeah, with the Aegis on the PA, it makes it really difficult to initiate here. And Hestio just running forwards here. He now pops a split as well, completely getting up in NoPangolier's face. What can they do about this? Slayer in the trees, but their racks are under siege here. TSpirit will try and back themselves out here. They actually pop the egg.
What? Oh, Brewmaster blinks out just before the call as well. Can they chase him down? I really don't know about that egg. That was so weird.
On the high ground. Agreed. And now they're actually just going to reinitiate with the double poison. They just turn up and blow up everybody here. Ghostic and Zayat completely destroyed. Sailor getting a lot of damage off of Skidder. Skidder does still have this Aegis for the time being. They're going to try and slow him down, force them back. NoPangolier not willing to give up just yet. They want at least FNG, but the amount of poke damage coming in is insane. Now Skidder just jumps in to finish the job. Razor taking care of TSpirit on a rampage right now. Hester Joe is the next hero. Naive has finally turned up to this fight, but he does not want to be here. Apart from that Manta to get himself out, Zayat gets crit up and killed as TSpirit take 4 heroes. As NoPangolier attempt to come out of their base to try and chase off TSpirit and end up losing everything.
That was without the DK, by the way. Yeah, he just didn't turn up to that fight at all.
Well, he's farming, dude.
But with the, this is a great bait by FNG, just slowly pulling this Razor away until his BKB runs out. Skitter suddenly gets his damage back after the link disappears, and he blinks back in again, just causes absolute chaos. NoPango just, I don't know. This Razor's felt, it felt super good in the laning phase, but they haven't been able to match this tempo of the game that the Razor wants to play at. Naive's kind of been farming the whole game. It feels like 1, 2, and 2 on this Juggernaut. I don't know. You haven't really felt the effectiveness of Naive this game.
No, he's just been trying to farm. He's just been trying to get to a stage where he's that kind of unkillable raid boss hero. He knows that he needs to get there because you've got a Razor and an Axe on your team who haven't really found their momentum. So I completely understand what Naive is doing. He's just recognizing the fact that, he needs to be more than farmed this game. So he's done a good job at that, though. Hasn't been involved in any fights, really. He's just farming. Second on net worth, which is on the losing team, is always impressive. But
are you going to go late game against a DK Midas and a PA? I mean, I don't think you are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see your point.
So, this is not fun.
Yeah, and fighting early without your carry, who most of your money is on, always feels a little bit weak, and that is definitely something which TSpirit exposed. But still, we'll see how the game plan goes for NoPangolier.
I mean, this Brewmaster, he goes for the Vlads for the early armor, and now he's going for an AC as well. So not only is that going to beef his team up, but again, more minus armor with the Dazzle, with the PA coming through as well. We've been seeing how much damage this PA is doing already. It's only going to get worse.
-3 armor reduction, corruption on the PA as well to add to that Desolator.
Yeah, it did get changed in the...
by 10 armor every hit.
That did get changed in the most recent balance patch. It was 4 before, but gone down to 3 now. Felt the hero was slightly too strong. Oh, they actually smoked themselves, but it breaks instantly. They know they're there.
NoPango coming in from behind. Gonna be a big fight. TSpirit. Do they actually realize?
Do they know that Skitter's smoke isn't on?
I think maybe they. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I don't know what. I don't know what. They don't seem to recognize that their smoke got popped. Either that, or they're just sprinting to the high ground. And now Sailor actually gives his away. This might be a bit of a bait, though, as they jump forward onto the Razor. But in they come. BKB's popped. They actually silence up the Phoenix, though, who wanted to drop that egg. He does heal some stuff out. Will be able to throw down the egg, but 9 is right the way on top of it. Look at that attack speed tearing through that egg, cracking it up and making an omelet as then KM and just tear down Sailor and Zayat. And now Ghostic will be the next one. Naive just controlled up this entire fight. Couldn't do a damn thing, and now he's going to come out of it. Nope, he's got the invis. Just call GG. Don't want to give the rampage.
Go on, Naive. Go on, Naive. Give it to him.
Yeah, bro. What a champ. He's actually going for the kill onto FNG.
Great performance, though, from TSpirit. They hit their timing very well. Honestly, like we said, we've cast a lot of games from NoPango, and it felt a little bit underwhelming from them.
Agreed.
They picked this... Again, something we saw from them in a qualifiers in a couple of games, though, is that they didn't really hit the same win condition on some of their heroes. Where like one hero would want to play early, like the Razor this game, and then Naive's like, no, I want to farm for a little while. I don't really want to fight yet. So you need to make sure as a team you all have the same win condition and you all want to hit the same timing to try and win the game. And it felt a little bit uncoordinated there between them.
Yeah, absolutely. When you go for this early lineup with the Razor and the Axe, you need to have your cores joining in those early fights so that you can get that advantage so you can snowball the game. And Juggernaut just wanted to farm. He didn't want to get involved in these early fights. So we kind of get a little bit of a disconnect there within the draft, and I think TSpirit didn't have that. They hit their items, they were like, we're behind on our PA, but we're ahead on our DK somehow, even after that horrible laning phase, and we're just going to run at you. And
Yeah.
NoPangolier did not have the answers for that. And also that Roshan, which TeamSpirit kind of sneaked so quickly with the anti-armor strat, that was very, very good. And got themselves the advantage, which just pushed them through pretty much the whole game from there on out. Once that Roshan was taken, that was a big turning point.
I think if you want to pick Ghost Stick off lane axe as well, you have to ban this Dazzle. You know, you saw how much it did in the laning stage. That poison touch is too annoying to deal with, especially as an axe. You know, want to skip the creep wave. You know, just make as much of the farm in the jungle as you can. So I think that's probably going to be a big point of focus for NoPangolier next game.
Agreed, absolutely. Bol, next game should be up soon. Will we get a techies? Probably not. TeamSpirit are probably going to ban it. But, you never know. We'll see you very shortly for game number 2 and see if TeamSpirit can close the series out or whether NoPangolier are going to even things up.